Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. It's a pleasure to see all of you here. First thing, just to ask, everybody can hear me all right? Okay, good. Because I know how I am. If I can't hear somebody talking, it doesn't help me any, so. Very nice. Well, today, and what we wanted to do here at PackExpo is talk to you a little bit about what we at JW Winco do and how we can help you in the packaging industry. We are a standard products manufacturer and distributor, and we sell a lot of products that can be used in the manufacturing of packaging, equipment, products, services, and such that way. So today we'd just like to take you a little bit through, first a quick introduction of who we are, and then talk to you about some of the products that we're highlighting here at the PackExpo. So, JW Winco, what we like to consider ourselves is your number one source for metric and inch standard parts for industry. We've been in business for over 35 years. We have a wide selection of products, well over 70,000 standard products that you can find on our website and in all of our catalogs. We're headquartered right outside of Milwaukee area in Wisconsin, a nice little suburb called New Berlin. We also do have sales offices in Canada and Mexico, so if you have any affiliates as well that you deal with in those territories, we have plenty of options to help you there as well. We are a small company, but we pack a big punch. 45 employees, still family owned and operated, and to be honest with you, it's been a great ride being there and working with everybody there. It's one of the best companies that I could have asked to work for, so I'm very proud of working at that company. And just a little quick snapshot of our sales. Last year we were 13.7 million in sales. So again, just kind of give you a little introduction of who we are. Another piece that you should really know about us as well is in 2009 we were actually bought into by a German company named Otto Ganter. They are and have been one of our largest suppliers of parts over the years, and the majority of the products you will find on our website and our catalogs are their products. And in 2009, they actually became co-owners of our company, so now we're part of them and they're part of us, which gives us a lot of advantages for their manufacturing techniques and quality that they can bring to us, as well as the services and the sales knowledge that we've had of our market to help people like you in the packaging industry. So real quickly, a quick overview, kind of a snapshot, if you will, of the products that we have. We have 20 different sections of products that you'll find on our website, and we try to kind of break that down in groups so it gives a little bit more of a breakdown when you're looking for something, so it's a little easier to find it when you're navigating through. I know how it can be sometimes when you're looking for something, especially when you say, I have this part, this piece, this thing that I need. You might not know exactly what it's called or what it is, so we try and break that down to kind of give some families, and you'll find the 20 different sections available on our website. But what I wanted to do today, as we do have a brief period of time together today, I didn't necessarily want to go through each and every one, but there's a couple that I'd like to highlight for you just to show you what we are offering here at the PackExpo this year, and what you can also find from us at JW Winco. The first product I'd like to talk to you a little about is our tube clamp connectors and linear actuators. Few details about this product line. It really functions basically like industrial tinker toys. So they're all little parts that you can actually put together, fit together to make any sort of structures, supports, bracing systems, even carts we've seen people use them for. Gives you a lot of different benefits and a lot of versatility in the product offering. We've also obviously seen a lot of people use these for jigs, fixtures, fastening systems, internal operations type pieces that you can put together. And these are meant to be used with round and square tubing. So you'll find that we have different options available depending on the type of materials and the size of the tubings that you want to use. We also do supply the tubings that we carry as well that fit with all of these parts and kind of interact and can be put together in whatever form, fit, and function that you find is necessary for yourself. You'll also find that we do offer these available in both inch and metric sizes. Today's market is no longer just the US, as I think everybody knows. It's become a much larger global economy. As much as the US loves that inch system, metric is here and it's here to stay. And the rest of the world is one that uses that, so we're proud to offer both of those so we can help you in whatever form and function that you need for your customers and your applications. You'll also find these products are available in two different main material types, and that's aluminum and stainless steel. So the stainless is a key ingredient as you're dealing with packaging when you start talking about wash downs or any sort of applications like that, or they might be food or other materials that you want to make sure are cleanly. Stainless steel is a great option to have as well. We also do have both large diameter sizes, some going up to as large as M60 or 60 millimeters in diameter, and then we also have some smaller lines that are going to be closer to 5 or 6 millimeters in diameter. So a lot of different options with this particular product line. And what we kind of have with this product line, you'll see, is it's different families that go together, and we kind of break it out into a couple different groupings, if you will. Such terminologies that we use as two-way connector clamps, swivel clamps, linear actuators, flanged clamps, base clamps. So all of these different products, when you start looking at them and you're trying to put something together and create something, they all have different purposes and functions. So here's a very general division that I can show you about the products that we have. So we have some very small types, and some of these, as we show here, are the 10 millimeter diameters up to 18, and you'll see a couple different styles up there that are available. They can connect tubing in different ways. Some will just connect it so it's holding it perhaps like a rail system. Others can have like a T, so if you have one rail coming one way and one going the other way, you can still connect the two of them. So again, it gives you a lot of functionality and a lot of freedom to create what you need to for your particular application. Then we get into some larger sizes and what we call the big one-piece connectors. So these are much heavier, larger sizes that you can put the tubing together, that can fit together, that can go crossways. A lot of different options there as well. And then finally we have something called split connectors, which are actually two pieces. They're cast pieces that can be put together. And same thing, you can have tubing going two different ways, connection one way or in a T direction. So again, it gives you a lot of versatility and options for putting things together. Now, along with this product line, we also do have other accessories. As I briefly made mention before, we have the tubing that goes with all of these in both the round and the square sizes. We have adjustable handsets, as you'll see up there, the GN911. It's a adjustable lever that we carry, and we actually manufacture those in-house that we put together. And you can put those in if you're looking to do something and getting away from tooling. That's what adjustable levers can do. So instead of always having a tool that you have to tighten and taking something apart, you can use the adjustable levers and not have a tool and still clamp it down and give you a nice strong structural support there. And then we also do have some threaded tube inserts and tube ends and plugs that you can also use with this product line as well. Another piece that goes along with this product line is the linear actuators and connectors. So all of those connectors that you saw can also, most of them can also be used with the linear actuators. So the linear actuators are actually a threaded shaft slider system, whereby as you turn the one end of it, and sometimes you'll see on the example we have a hand wheel on there with a handle that you can mount onto this. As you spin that, the threaded spindle on the inside can move up and down, and it moves in a very slow manner, so you get precision movement and adjustment in positioning. And the nice part is when you use these with some of the connecting pieces, you can actually clamp those down and get it precisely where you want. So if you have applications, maybe even like photosensor eyes or laser leveling systems, this can give you some very good mounting capabilities and give you precise measurements so you have it exactly where you need it to be. As I also mentioned, they're very commonly used with hand wheels and position indicators as you want to kind of see exactly where you're positioning and putting these items. So we have a couple different options available in these particular items. Again, for sake of time, I won't go into every detail, but if you have questions on this, as I'll remind you probably later as well, please come see us and let us know, send us an inquiry, come stop by our booth here at the show. We'd be happy to talk to you more about them as well. And again, we do have these available in both the round and the square style that can be used with the tube connecting clamps that we have as well. So here's just a quick example where these products have been used. This is kind of a marking system, as you will see. So as packaging is going down, they wanted to be able to position this along the conveying line and then be able to mark the packages. And they use the tube connection systems with some of the square tubing to be able to mount that packaging system onto the line as products were going down. Another example where this was used as well, they had created the customer that we had created a base system where they could put their packaging equipment on top of it, and they also used some of our leveling feet on the bottom there as well to help level that out in case they had a situation when they put this in that you needed to make sure that the machinery was level and not toppling over, if you will, which everybody's concerned with. And then also another labeling machine where it had some adjustable height features on it. Again, they were using a linear actuator on the back side there where they can use that hand wheel to crank that and move this up and down as they needed to in their application for different size packages and boxes. All right, so everybody still with me? Fantastic. All right, one of the other products we wanted to highlight here this year at the PackExpo is a very long-term vibration, isolation, and shock absorption mounts. We commonly refer to these as rubber bumpers. They're little rubber pieces that can be used as stops, they can be used as leveling devices, they can be used as a in-between piece if you have something that shakes or moves a lot, if you want to kind of isolate that shock to other parts of your systems. That's where these come in and are used very extensively. So as I kind of say, we had a nice long term, and I like to call these rubber bumpers, but generally what are they? And they're a simple and economical construction element to be used in applications that require vibration isolation. So again, you have an application where you want to make sure that if something's shaking, or just by the very nature of the size of it, that might have a little bit of movement, if you want to make sure that's not disrupting something else, you can use these and they can help reduce that impact that it might have on any other part of your system. So throughout the industry, these also have a lot of other common terms. Vibration isolation mounts, anti-vibration mounts, rubber buffers, vibration bobbins. They're called a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, they all kind of function in the same manner, which is to reduce that vibration on an application and help keep that to a minimum. What you'll find with the products that we carry is they are all natural rubber. Also not very common that we've seen in the industry. These are vulcanized and they're temperature resistant up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit, 80 degrees Celsius. We do have 3 standard shore hardnesses. The most common is the 55 durometer, which is kind of a medium, and then we also have 2 others, a harder version, which is the 70, and also a softer version, which is the 40. So again, depending exactly what you need this to do for you, we have a lot of different options that can help you get it right for your application and your needs. So the cover plate that you'll see on the top, so the bottom or the middle sections of these are the natural rubber, but then we also do have a cover plate that's on top, and that either has tapped inserts, it might have a threaded stud on it, or you could have one or both on the opposite sides, one on the top and one on the bottom. These are a zinc blue passivated, molded in product that is very common on these. We also do now have these all available also with stainless steel options as well. So if, again, you need that assurance that you're not going to have something rusting or getting in the way in your application, we do have that stainless steel available that you can put right into your application as well. One of the other things I like mentioning about this product is we have a lot of options to do special executions. While we have a lot of standard products available that you can buy right off the shelf, if you find that you need just a little bit bigger size or a little bit different diameter, or we've even had customers who have asked us for a different color, we can do a lot of those things for you as well. Our manufacturer over in Europe has a lot of options, and we've done a lot of this for our customers over the years now. So again, even if you don't see it on our product line, let us know. We can certainly help you with this particular product. So here's one quick application where these were used. A motor mount, where somebody was using a motor on a piece of equipment, and they wanted to make sure that when that motor was running and kind of vibrating a bit, it wasn't having an overly big impact on the rest of their system. So they put those rubber bumpers on the back side there with the other connection pieces that they could put on and help reduce that shock vibration to the rest of the system. So one of the other product lines that I think is a very big interest to everybody at this particular show is our conveyor component lines. So obviously in packaging, anything you have to move it down a line, whether it's to be wrapped, whether it's to be labeled, whether it's to be printed on. Everything has to move down conveying system lines, and we know this is a big need and a big area that everybody, hopefully everybody in this room, has a need for. We have a line of conveying components that we also carry and would like to showcase to you today a little bit. This next slide kind of illustrates exactly some of the products that we do carry and exactly where they can also be used on a particular conveying line. We mainly concentrate on the components themselves, not really getting into the chain and some of the other pieces that go with it, but more of those items that can help support those systems. So this is where we start talking about bases, bipod bases, roller guides, of other product lines that all work together to help make your systems and help them get the products to where you want them to be on that line. You'll also see that while we are focusing on the conveying component lines themselves, we do carry other products that go with these very much, and that's some of our leveling devices, the hinges, and the previously mentioned rubber bumpers, which I like talking about because all of these can be used in your systems and put together in a lot of different forms and fashions. So with the conveyor components, as I kind of previously mentioned as well, we do have cross blocks, the bipod bases, the side brackets, the adjusting rods and clamps, and all of these can be put together and configured into your particular systems. So if you see something and you're looking for something, we have a lot of options through this product line as well that we can service for you as well. So here is a simple application where they've used some of the connection pieces on some tubing underneath to give a support system to the bottom of a conveying line, and also using some of the bipod bases with our leveling feet as well to help support that up off the ground and also give you that adjustability factor for the height and support of that system. One of the other products that we're highlighting here at the PackExpo this year is our safety hinge and switches and the accessories that go along with them. What these really are is a hinge that has a built-in safety switch system that is not easily seen. So if you kind of look at the one that's on the far left-hand side there, it's a nice silver body, a nice smooth finish to it, and on the internal side of that is that safety switch hinge. And so to talk about that, what exactly is a safety switch hinge? The idea being that is if you have a door or a panel or an access point that you want to pivot open on a hinge point, there's times where you don't want somebody going in there if a machine is running or there could be a safety hazard to somebody. What this does is it has an integrated switch into it that's connected to your systems and your CPUs that are connected to your devices, that as soon as that hinge opens, it can either stop something or it can start it. If you want to have a light or a siren or something that would go off as soon as that hinge moves, that's what this gives you, some added safety and some protection as well. So they're integrated though into the product. What you'll find with a lot of other products on the market is it's usually a secondary piece that's put on top of a hinge and kind of connected on. Might not look as nice. They're also on the outside where an operator could potentially tamper with it, which really kind of cuts down on the safety of the system as well. So that's where having this built right into that hinge itself gives it a lot of protection from any of those types of things happening. So this is the particular one, the standard that we have is the GN139.1. That's our series number that we talk about with this product. And it comes in actually two different styles, a very thin style and also a wider style. That wider style is actually made to be used with larger panels, and particularly when you're looking at clear plastic sheets that you want to use sometimes on doors instead of maybe something dark or a piece of wood or something that way. It gives you that option to give you just a little bit longer support when you're screwing into that and drilling it down as well. But the hinge is still integrated right into this product, and you have the option of the connection piece. You'll see on these pictures, you can connect the wire from the top. We also have a connection piece that you can do from the bottom, or the one I think a lot of people have had interest in, it's actually mounted from the back side. So again, you're reducing the potential of that being tampered with. You can actually run it through your profile system that this might be connected on, or the housing of the door frame, and then connect it through the back side so no one is getting that unless the machinery is turned off and the operator is going on the inside to service something. One other thing I like talking about with this product line, it does have a protection class IP67 for the plug and IP69 for the cable K, for the cable itself. That's due to this encapsulated design, so it really gives you a lot of added safety, and as I've come to learn myself with that particular rating system, as you get into more applications where you're going after food or you're going after pharmaceuticals or anything that way, I know some of these things become much more stringent in meeting those requirements. So that's why we like highlighting this system as well. As I also mentioned before, these hinges are mounted from the back side, so it reduces on that time to be able to be connected to there as well, or not the time, but the safety in connecting as well. So it gives you a lot of added safety when you're putting this in your designs. If we could wait for questions till the end, and then if you would bring that back up, sir, thank you very much. Now to go along with this as well, not only do we have the hinges with that integrated safety switch, but you're not going to need that on every hinge, because if you have a large size door, you might have 2 or 3 hinges. You don't necessarily need that hinge put into that. That might be unnecessary for those applications. So we also do offer the same hinge without that. So if you wanted to keep that style and that look, we do also offer those as well that you can use in these particular items. So here's a great picture and application of the product in use, where you see a conveying line that's enclosed in a housing there. They have access points via the door systems there, and they put these hinges on specifically so that if someone was going to open those doors up, it can stop the system. It can also alert somebody that that had happened. So you'll also see that it highlights that you can use the top line where you have the hinge with the switch integrated in it, but then you also have the ones on the bottom where it doesn't need that hinge or the switch in it as well. Couple other things just to highlight here. We offer a very large array of products, and a couple of the other things that I think are very commonly used in the industry: knobs, hand wheels, little leveling devices that can be mounted on your equipment to very quickly see if your item's level. We have toggle clamps and toggling systems, U-handles, indexing plungers, magnets, rod ends, a whole slew of items that can be used on your equipment. Now, whether you're looking to design something new, or you have an existing application, or if you're just even looking for replacing an item that you have in a system, we're here to help you. Just let us know what you're looking for, and we'd be more than happy to look into an item that we could provide to you as well. A couple of the other things that JW Winco likes to offer: we have secondary machine systems and capabilities within our own machine shop that's in-house. So if you have an item that you need modified, say a little bit bigger bore or a different thread size put onto something, we have capabilities. We can do that to you. So you can get a product and put it right onto your equipment, and you don't have to worry about getting it anywhere else or doing anything else with it. We also do offer special packaging and labeling. If you have particular needs that you need in that form or function, we have a lot of different capabilities and have done that for many different customers to meet your needs. As well as we also do offer free shipping on orders of $50 or more. So if you can put an order together and get a couple different items, place that order with us, we can ship it to you free anywhere within the United States as well. We also do have an online e-store that's available 24/7. You can order online, you can view our products, and as I mentioned at the bottom here as well, we do have CAD downloads available as well in both 2D and 3D CAD in multiple formats. So depending on the CAD system you're using, more likely than not, we should have a file that'll be available for you to use in your particular applications.